Hello? Hello. Right, everything's under control. Nothing to worry about. I've fixed everything. You're all very welcome to Monday, the start of another week, our second stream for the day. The other one was grand, you know, there was no... It was grand. But anyway, all all is well in the realm. You're very welcome aboard to tonight, the start of a brand new mini-series here on Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. We have an amazing aircraft, one that came with the sim. It is absolutely gorgeous. The Grumman Albatross, or the G11. Beautiful twin-radial amphibian. And, well, we're going to learn about it and see how it works as we fly to some nice places. Right, brilliant. Wait till you hear this now, right? We kick off a brand new mini-series, yes. We are jumping into the Grumman G11 Albatross, developed primarily as a search and rescue aircraft back in the day, originally designated as the SA-16 for the US Air Force, or the JR2F and the UF-1 for the US Navy and the US Coast Guard. Redesigned a little bit later as the HU-16 in 1962 to land in open ocean situations to accomplish rescue missions. The G111 that we fly today has been reimagined as a luxurious flying yacht. Yes, everyone should have one. Over the next few weeks, we're going to explore how to master the handling characteristics of the... Me! Right! We're going to try and learn this craft because an awful lot of work has gone into this. I remember watching this in the lead up to the release of Flight Sim 2024.
Dreamy, sleepy, nighty, snoozy, snooze.
Janie Mac and the lead dev was on. And to be fair, it was one of the most impressive default aircraft, if we can call it that, because there's an EFB and it came with a whole load of stuff. Great looking. So we're going to learn about the handling characteristics. We're going to do some land and water-based operations, understand amphibious takeoff and landing performance, because there is consequence now in Flight Sim 24. You have to be careful with the water, the direction, the waves, and how do we figure that out from the sky? We're also going to sharpen up on some VFR navigation techniques, as we're going to be rambling by mountains and beautiful coastal villages and towns as we head from the Adriatic down to the Mediterranean. And there's even a backstory, you see, for those whose pedals don't work, will you? Right, there it is. Right, to put a bit of flair onto this one. Yes, we've been hired by a wildly eccentric and obscenely wealthy European family to fly them from Zagreb down to Crete, retracing the unfinished route of their late grandfather, some Count Niklas von Edelstein, who vanished in 1951 under suspicious circumstances involving a missing Picasso, a floating monastery, and possibly even a goat. We start off here tonight at Zagreb. It's Lima Delta Zulu Alpha. We're going to visit countries in Croatia, Montenegro, Albania, and indeed Greece, and it's going to take us about 4 weeks to do it. So you're all very welcome in. Now we can relax, right? I got through the intro and nothing else exploded or broke. Brilliant. So anyway, how are y'all keeping? How was your Monday? Are you finally back from work? Do you know? Did I turn on this? Oh, I did. Look, Jesus. That's terrible sad though, isn't it? Buttons, Murph. Where is it? Wait, did I play that earlier? I did. Hang on. Shh. We can't play the intro song twice. We've production value to think of. Do you know what I mean? Or lack thereof. Get to the job. Anyway, how was your day? I broke some garden furniture to put into the skip. The skip is now locked down. You see, we have gusty winds hitting Ireland tonight, bashing Ireland, and Mr. Two-Tone has me under strict orders. If anything comes out of that skip, you're going after it. So I broke some garden furniture, and I should have recorded it actually. Do you know, it was that shagged, I only had to look at it and it fell apart. You know, a stern look, and I seemed to have figured it all out. But anyway, that was my adventurous day after our little stream earlier on, and well, we find ourselves here. So we're using the Southeast Asian multiplayer server, right? I better get MSFS up and running. Why do I forget all these things? Fire up there now, you, and we'll turn on LRM for the crack as well, look. Yeah, right. Let all that do its stuff. Aircraft recommended to fly along with this tonight. Anything amphibious. The Goose is there as well, of course. Fixed wing, helis, anything really. But this is a beautiful aircraft. If you have the Albatross, take it for a spin. You can take it in the old variant or indeed the updated, modern, with all its fancy avionics hanging around the place. It's a beautiful aircraft. So we're going to see what the crack is. But we will venture here into our live studio audience. Look! The Elevatex thingy has connected. That's what delayed me. I made a complete and utter mess. I thought the sim was broken and I had to restart it twice. I'll tell you what I did in a sec. I'll show you what I did because I fixed it. Look, right? Jeez. But anyway, let's see what happens here now, look. CP65, you're very welcome aboard. Vacuum is here. Fierce Wolf, looking fierce and wolfy. Good to see you, buddy. Nightstep, good to see you. Death's Angel, welcome back. Martin K is here. Idle Cutoff. He says, Cambridge calling. Hello from Tipperary. You're looking well. Martin K, good evening. Eamon 1973 is here. Happy new tour. Indeed it is. Mrs. TPHR, you're welcome in. Flyer 10 is here. Mech Mansard, good to see you, buddy. Retriever Neil, good evening. Bell Bro is here. We're back already. Hello, Murph and Fireflies. Get ready for some crack. Brilliant. Good to see you, buddy. Chalks is here. Shuffle Shoes. Shuffles in. AJH John, you're looking well. Viper Strike, welcome in. He's on the English coast on his way to Cove in Ireland. You're going to love it. Although, the weather's about normal, Viper. You know, Irish weather. Good for you, you know. But yes, wrap up, man. Cove is great. Make sure you go to the Titanic bar and restaurant. Savage, right? To do a lovely burger and chips or, fish and chips if you're, not well. But also in Cove, directly across from that Titanic area, the pier, right? There's ye old type sweet shop. Do you know them old sweet shops? All the sweets are in the big jars. And you walk in, can I get 2 of them and 1 of them? It's one of them, right? They are brilliant. Very expensive, but brilliant, you know. Spitfire, RAF 100. Happy Monday, buddy. Hope you're well. Super Ty is here. Yachting while awing. Wait. About his heel. Oh, wait. Yachting while awing about his heel. I didn't hit my heel yet. You know, I might, though. There's time yet. Muse fan bursts in the door holding the clipboard. He says, Howie is his man jokes. Welcome aboard, Muse. Good to see you, man. Hermit Something is here. Afternoon from Dorchester Bay in Baston. Hello from Tipperary. You're looking well. Alton is here. Proby Pete, good day. Sticky Rice, welcome in. Max Stallion is here. Schutz, now then. Hope we're all good. Looking forward to this one. Yes, can't wait for this. 98 Vulcan, greetings, Murph and Fireflies from Gosford in Australia. Welcome in. Hello from Tipperary. You're looking well. Bit of a cough now. Gibbo Ireland is in the chat. What day is it even? I'm all mixed up. Happy Friday. Good to see you, Gibbo. How are you, man? Bank holiday Mondays. You know, we love them, but Jesus. Greg Orr is here. Welcome in. Who else come in the door? B. Carlo, welcome. Happy whatever day, y'all. It's warm and glorious, says old veteran 965. Welcome in, Scott. Now, let me see. How do I pronounce Raz's name without making a complete and utter mess out of it? Is it Ramazur? No, Jesus, now, Murph. Wait now, Ram. We'll figure this one out. Is it Ramaz Yurinen? Oh, Jesus. Let's just go with Ram. You're welcome in, my dude. Ladies and gentlemen, the developer, Mike, who made the Albatross, thought I'd pop in to say how you get on. Rama's fine. Grand Rama. Jesus. I struggled with everything, really. You're very welcome in. The developer of this, love your work. Out there in the suburbs. Good to see you. Si Murray's here. Sup, guys and gals. Yeah, Monday. And Murph. Happy bank holiday. Good to see you, Si. 6 knots. Kieran, good evening. Mutley is in the house. Mech Manser, thank you very much indeed for the gifted tier 1 sub to Mike. What a ledge. AZ Blue Line is here. 41 months. Thank you very, very much indeed, man. Who else come in the door now? Look. Super Ty is on 15 streams in a row. Got
Dreamy,
that.
sleepy, nighty, snoozy, snooze.
Bloody hell. I got that 6 knots. Good man yourself. See, technological disaster starting us off, but we got there in the end. Baron Von Shoot, good evening. Wicked Lumberjacks, welcome back. APU Inspector, 170 streams. Thank you very, very much indeed, my guy. Jesus. Soaring AJH, man. Stu Snape is here. Welcome back, buddy. Monkey Mac, good evening. We're over here now. Crafty Tigers, good evening. Hope all is well.
Jesus.
Why do I have the feeling Murph is talking, but we can't hear him? Yeah, talk in me head. Rain, good to see you. Where is this now? He's broken something. Hello, sourdough man. I break stuff all the time, lads. Nothing to be. I'll show you what I did. Look, it was brilliant. You'll just say to yourselves, what an idiot. But it's okay. You know, I've accepted it. You know, I bet Murph used to take these things apart when he was a kid and couldn't put them back together again. Oh yeah, I threw it in the bin. I was doing some modifications here for a stand, right? This used to be that long, right? And it clips onto your desk, and then I can put my tablet in front of it. Very sophisticated. However, I've more parts left over, right? It's grand. I threw it in the bin though. It works without them. Do you know, I made an improvement. Yes, I gratified it. I used less materials. Brilliant. Zybok Dog calling from Denmark. Hello from Tipperary. You're looking well. Velo is here. Welcome in. Sound is missynced. Jesus. Had to refresh. Creo, welcome aboard. Just made it, recovering from a 2-hour power failure. Oh no, man. Tombs, good evening. Where are we at now? Crafty Tigers. Now I have the I'm an Albatross song. Albatross. Brilliant. A Scary Wolf, welcome in. Strap Ola. Hope you're well, buddy. Who else come in here now? Look, it's very busy, isn't it? We have a route, exclamation point, route. Rather, yes, that works. It has enough range to reach Greece. Yeah, the savage range in this. And it's beautiful. Alsatian, good to see you. 45 streams in a row. Thank you very, very much indeed, my good buddy. Rambach Mord, you legend. Welcome in, man. Hope you're well. Tempted to get the H tattooed into the bald spot on the back of me head. So it's a landing pad, so it has a use.
Hello there.
I suppose... No. Put in some sort of, hieroglyphic or something, something that says, that'd work as well. Is it by colour you tell the difference between the Skoda and the Skip? Listen now, we won't go there, right? The Skip is the Skip. The Skoda is superb. Superb. They even named it the Superb of how superb it was. Yes. Right, where are we at?
Come on. You're going a bit mad there.
Whoa now. Nazib, welcome in. Hammer Nails, good to see you. Heisenberg is back. JW Deadman, hello from Canada. Hello from Tipperary, you're looking well. I saw many Skodas in London and either they were broken down on the side of the road or they were on fire. What are you talking about? Right, rubbish. We have quite a few of those types of sweet shops. They're glorious at bringing back your childhood, right? And breaking your teeth. In a box, man. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Who else come in? Wills 1985 is here. Where's this now? Going to be fun, this one. Yes, we hope so. Virtue Sim, welcome aboard. Sun Jammer is here. Lads, it's kind of busy. Mac Vision, good evening. Sir Camsalot has arrived. We can start now. Good man, Sir Camsalot. Brilliant. Virtue Sim, tier 1 for 3 months in advance. Thank you very, very much indeed. Also, we love optimism, right? Is someone going to leave after tonight is done with a regret? That man there. But thank you very, very much indeed. Very kind. Lieutenant Bob is here. Good to see you. Right, we're almost there, look. As buttons are being pressed. Where's this one now? Right, now, Jesus, it's all happening. Buttons here and buttons there.
When this baby hits 88 miles per hour...
Oh, brilliant, Gibbo.
Jesus.
You're gonna see some serious shit.
Right, hang on. Gibbo's after doing a thing with it. How's this going to work now? Hang on a second. Can I just add this? This could break it now, right? Hang on, lads. Shh. Right, hang on. Shh. You have to be quiet now. Say nothing. Oh, brilliant.
Gladiators! Ready!
Brilliant! But I couldn't hear the shagging thing. Hang on, we'll play it again. Monitor.
Oh, Jesus.
Hang on, can we play that again, please?
Gladiators! Ready!
That's the best thing since sliced bread. Come on, Gibbo, you legend. Did you just see what he made? Fantastic. Right, we're over here again. Dave Cleary is here. Legend Dave. Welcome in, Dave. Random Adventures, good to see you. Nutty Slack is here. Paul, Janie Mac, Bachiochi, or is it Bakioki? Welcome in, man. Mutt Dog is here. Flights and Max, welcome back. Second stream in a row, right? Little Traders on YouTube. Uniform Goose, good day, Goose. Northland Air, Juggly, Angels15, good to see you. Paul says, normally starting second shift here in the US, but wasn't needed today, so joining in for a live stream. Well, thank you very much. You're most welcome. Amachi is here. Good to see you. Steve Claxton, welcome aboard. John Morris, how are you? Kevin Riley is on YouTube this evening. I want to see how the Albatross flies. I bought the 2024 version just for this plane. I messed the cameras up so much, I'll never get to fly it. It'd be grand. Right, we'll figure it out together. Leonardo Da Vinci, welcome in. Sir William is here. Great to see everyone. So they have the reboot. Wait, they have rebooted it, calling it Gladiators Ready. Mark Clattenburg is the new ref. He's an ex-Premier League ref. I don't believe you. They couldn't have done that. Gibbo doesn't break things, he fixes them. Gibbo fixes everything, but it's grand, right? Evening 777. He says, evening for myself, the wife, and a very hungry thumper who was turning into a bitey rabbit. Jesus. Interesting stuff. Right, that's the intro. If you are new here, our introductions, they take about 2.5 minutes, sometimes 3 minutes. Don't mind your clocks at 27 minutes past the hour. It's complete lies. Right, we're going to press one of these and one of them. And photos by Kev has rambled in. Great to see you, Kev. See, we missed no one. Now, look at the state of this machine, right? So, we have a flight plan. We'll get through all that now in a moment, all right? But I want to talk a little bit about the aircraft and then see what it's capable of doing inside of the sim. First and foremost, you will see by its divine beauty, it's a stunning looking aircraft. The modelling work, the texture work, this thing looks beautiful. And it's the details, lads. I mean, you know, it looks as if the glass is shattered, but it's not. I mean, there's textures at play here, right? Beautiful. These beautiful radial engines here as well, look. Like, it's done very, very well. So looking forward to this. Captain Mustard, good to see you. It's the Smurfy time zone. Indeed. So we'll see how multiplayer behaves with the frames and whatnot. But anyway, the Grumman Albatross, it's a large twin-radial engined amphibious flying boat. It was used by the United States Air Force and the US Navy, along with the US Coast Guard and even the Royal Canadian Air Force, primarily as a search and rescue aircraft. Originally designated as the SA-16 for the US Air Force and the JR2F and UF-1 for the US Navy and the Coast Guard, right? It was later redesignated as the HU-16 in 1962. An improvement of the design over the Grumman Mallard, the Albatross was developed to land in open ocean situations to accomplish rescues. The deep V-hull, cross-section, and also the length of its keel enable it to land on the open sea. The Albatross was designed for optimal 4-foot seas, 1.2 metres, and it could land in more severe conditions but required jet-assisted takeoff or simply booster rockets for takeoff in 8 to 10 foot waves or greater, right? So great stuff there. It initially carried as the APS-31A radar in a pod on the left wing. However, the position meant that the fuselage blocked the ability of the radar to search to the right side of the aircraft, so they later moved it to the nose. So if you look at the Albatross as opposed to the G111, well, there's a big radome on the nose, right? That's what it has. So, operational history, we'll get into that maybe later on. But when it comes to its civilian use, right, the civilian use, in the mid-1960s, the US Department of the Interior acquired 3 military Grumman HU-16s from the US Navy and established the Trust Territory Airlines in the Pacific to serve as, basically the islands of Micronesia, right? Pan American World Airways and finally Continental Airways operated the Albatross, serving Yap, Paulo, Truk, and also Pompey from Guam up until 1970, right? Many surplus Albatross were sold to civilian operators, mostly to private owners, and the aircraft operated under the experimental exhibition or even a restricted category and cannot be used for commercial operations except under very limited operations. In the early 1980s, Chalk International Airlines, owned by Merv Griffin's Resorts International, had 13 of these aircraft converted to a new standard of category known as the G111. It made them eligible to be used in scheduled airline operations, and the aircraft had extensive modification from the standard military configuration, including rebuilt wings with titanium wing spar caps, additional doors and modifications to the existing doors and hatches, stainless steel engine oil tanks, dual engine fire extinguishing systems on each engine, and a propeller auto feather system installed. The G111s were operated only for a few years, then they were put in storage out in Arizona. Most of them are still there. However, some have returned to regular flight operations with some private operators. That's pretty mad, right? And also the Amphibian Aerospace Industries out in Darwin, Australia, acquired the type's certificate and announced back in December 2021 it planned to commence manufacturing a new version of the Albatross from later this year. And they dubbed it the G111T. It would have a modern avionics suite, also Pratt & Whitney's PT6 engine, with variants for passengers freight, search and rescue, coastal surveillance, and also aeromedical evacuation. This is going to be absolutely class, right? So, civilian attire in this machine here now. We're going to look at the views of the aircraft, right? As Hemmel rambles in, good to see you. Do you get wafers with it? Clipped out Panda, good to see you. Kanzui is here. Jaken's dad, I'll take 2. Nighthawk is here as well. So, right, we've seen amphibious aircraft in the sim before. I mean, we've seen the Goose, right? Even the Icon. Do you remember the little Icon A7? So, well, what we're looking at here, it's an amphibian aircraft. It's not a flying boat. A flying boat is different. This is amphibian, meaning that we can land on the land or indeed water. All right. We also have, of course, the, well, that gadget right there, the 415, isn't it? The Canada Air Water Bomber. Now, that's very much utility aircraft, but it shares the same heritage, of course, being amphibian, right? And you can get some other aircraft that would have floats attached with amphibian gear underneath it. We saw that with the Twin Otter. I think the Cessnas have them as well. Yeah, the Icon A5. That's the one. That's the one. So I suppose we're going to look initially at the hull, right? The shape of the hull, looking down by where the keel is, because, well, there's a lot of ingenuity on this. The shape of this, right? It's not just you know, visually pleasing, but there was actually a bit of skill put to this, right? Oh, the Catalina, of course, yes. What we're looking at here is, right, so where the keel is, and you can look up on either side of the hull, this is where it gets interesting, because see the way it kind of curves out, right? With some boats doing that, but the idea behind this element here is to reduce the water spray. And you'll also see some other kind of fittings and fixtures and stuff. But this is to reduce the water spray getting up into the engines. That's why it was kind of curved round, right? And it's beautiful here. I mean, look, there's rivets all over the shop. It's just done really well from a modelling perspective. Then when we have the retractable landing gear, again, there's loads of attention to detail here. The gear themselves, well, they actually lift and fold in tight up against the fuselage, which, you know, removes the drag out of it, right? But it keeps the wheels quite safe. And some of the other features that you see here, from the likes of bubble glass, right? And the reason you'd have bubble glass rather than just a flat glass, well, it means you can kind of look outside of the aircraft, behind it or in front of it, right? And you'd often see these on maritime aircraft, right? So it looks like they've kept that sort of heritage. It's a huge landing gear, the main struts. They are quite large. And then the beautiful radial engines we have here, which are absolutely stunning, right? The engine on this puppy is none other than... Well, the G111s, I imagine they would carry the same, wouldn't it? It's the right or it's an 1820 76 Cyclone 9-cylinder air-cooled radial piston engine. Producing just shy of, actually just over 1,400 horsepower each, right? It has a 3-blade Hamilton standard constant speed, fully feathered, reversible pitch propeller, right? Its maximum speed, about 205 knots. It'll cruise along comfortably at about 108 knots. Stalling speed of 64 knots. Its range, 2,480 nautical miles. The range on this thing is very, very impressive. Service ceiling of 21,500 feet. And what else do we have here now? Crew 4 to 6, capacity for about 10 passengers. That, of course, depends on the variation of the aircraft. The wingspan, it's some 96 feet across. The height of the aircraft, 21 feet. And the length of it is 62 feet. It's a fairly sizable machine, this, right? And you'll notice that we don't necessarily have a prop spinner on the front, right? Although we do kind of have, right? We've this gadget up the front. Looks very, very nice. We've got an external fuel pod. Leading edge of the wing. I don't see any kind of de-icing stuff here. That's interesting. Our pontoon, or skids, I've often heard them said, right? This is the first leg. Pedro, it is indeed. So we have some of our remove before flight. We have some beautiful landing lights here. These guys will fold out from the wings and then they extract forward and then we retract them back in, right? Oh, it would easily one-shot the whole flight, yeah. Looking onto the side here, then we can see the nav and I think it's just a strobe in there as well. That's the strobe behind it, I say. There's a nav light and the curvature of the wing moving around to the trailing edge. Then we have our ailerons, primary flight controls, and we have some flaps in there as well. And what else do we have? Loads of doors on this, and of course the nav lights continue along the fuselage as well, because we're sure it should be on the water, right? So yeah, we got a lot of doors and kind of exits and stuff here as well. So the tail fin section quite tall, quite large, because if you notice then at the very aft portion of the empennage, well, we can see basically how the aircraft is going to be steered. There's no rudder that I can see that's there. We'll go fishing for it. Do you see what I did? Fishing, right? But if you look at the tail assembly here as well, this looks interesting. Now I wonder, so with the rudder, it moves, right? But it looks as if, I mean, maybe it's just sitting into the wing.
You behave.
That's mad looking, isn't it? I wonder, does that actually go into the appanage maybe? Mrs. TPHI just sponsored. You're very, very kind, Mrs. TPHI. Thank you very much indeed. She pressed a button. 12 months as flight crew. Thank you very, very much indeed. A fixed flight plan. Nighthawk, when you say fixed, why are mine broken? What are they not doing? We have a couple of tie-down areas here as well. We do, of course, have the ladder here on the back. We'll have to fix that and get the doors open, right? And, yeah. Visually, this is a stunning aircraft. This is in the long-range civilian attire of this aircraft. You can also get it as the Albatross itself, the HU-16 for the US Coast Guard, right? I got the second IKO wrong, did I? Well, let's have a look at our route. So, where's Navigraph? Here we go. So, on Navigraph, what we're looking at here, lads, we're going to be departing here out of Zagreb. Lima Delta Zulu Alpha, and when we take off, it's a 74-mile hike just over to port of Rijeka, right? Because there is a seaplane base just outside of the city, or the town. I imagine it's a city, and there is a seaplane base down here. Its designator is Lima Delta Romeo Papa, right? From there, we're going to fly over Rijeka itself. And it's an 83 nautical mile hike all the way down to here, known as Zadar or Zadar. All right, Lima Delta Zulu Delta. That is our first hard landing of the night, or land. And from there, then it's another 54 nautical miles down to the iconic Split Airport. I had LD or I. Is that in the chat? Listen, lads, there's a reason why I'm not in charge. LD. Oh, it did. What a. LD or J. Hang on. I'm going to edit out this part that you lot said I was wrong. So, if you're watching this in the future, welcome in. The flight plan is absolutely perfect. Nothing wrong with it at all. In actual fact, I don't know what they were talking about. Try it now.
Look at this big Jesus.
Oh, no, they're not. Try it now, look. You can see hangars in Split where I was based for 6 months. No way. Yeah, it was a user error. The plan in Discord is correct though. Thank you, Flyer10. You're back in the will. Right, so this is our flight plan for tonight. But as we're looking at it, right,
Can I get a refund?
No, shag off. Where we're taking off from, relatively highish kind of terrain along the way, 7,000 feet. Then we're right down onto the coast, coastal landing in the water, and then we're going to head further south. And we're going to be seeing some beautiful mountains all the way along down this neck of the woods here. We're just north of kind of Dubrovnik. Dubrovnik's just down here, look, right? So Split is a phenomenal airport to land in. It's one of the nicest approaches in the world. It's a beautiful airport. Further down from Split, then you have the other one, Tivat. These are two cracking places to go flying in the sim. We'll be down to Tivat next week, right? So overall, we are I don't know what 200 nautical miles I think on this one. Just shy of 200 nautical miles on this flight tonight. All right. So with that said, we're going to get the aircraft up and running, figure out what it can and what it can't do. All right. So we'll leave that there until we need it. Hide all this. Make sure my aircraft is tracked. And before we go one step further, I want to show you this Elevatex. This is this gadget I was working on earlier on, right? So I've only started this evening, and already I broke my sim, but I fixed it again. You see, there's a setting up here in the toolbox, and it says, keep synchronized, right? Toolbox, keep synchronized. And I was like, I want to keep synchronized, right? Well, if you keep that synchronized, it automatically changes the time of the sim to match your computer. So every time I was changing the sim, it kept resetting, and I said, servers are broken again, right? No, it was Murphy error. So don't turn that gadget on at all, right? You don't want it. Don't sync it. It's not that good. Well, it is good, but you don't need it, right? So we'll bring our time back here to about 4:30 local time in the afternoon. All right, so that's grand. Next up, what you can do, and we'll go through this a little bit more detail on Wednesday because I need to figure it all out. What I can do, yes, you can sync your flights with whatchamacallit, with Debrief, okay, but also you can create aircraft. Now I know you could do this aircraft crack back in Volanta. This one seems to work a little bit better because I've 2 aircraft set up so far. We have this one, which is our G111, and you can see the icon on the map where she's parked. We've one in Croatia, and then my Cessna is sitting back over at Augusta where we flew it yesterday. And you can add in all the details for your aircraft. You can put in the pictures of them, and it's going to be tracking those aircraft when you use those tail numbers. That's kind of nice. So then it tracks where your aircraft are left. All right. So that's quite good. We enjoy that. We like that. We enjoy things like that. Where is this now? Where is this now? News fan, is that the same devil with that name? So anyway, there's other stuff that this can do, but I'm going to leave it running here in the background. Oh, friend request. Requests. The forgetful Larry. Good man, Larry. Brilliant to have a friend. So that's Elevate Text. I'll be checking it out a little bit more on Wednesday for anyone who's interested. All right. So friends, we're going to jump into the flight deck of our G111. Now, this is pretty, right? What we have here, it is the upgraded version of the Albatross, and this is sporting all brand new avionics. And I have to say, from the modelling here, once again, I think it's fantastic, isn't it? Look at the detailing here, right? So as we go exploring, we actually do have an EFB on our lower left-hand side. It's our clipboard, right? So if I open up the hatches and all the doors and all this jazz and put this back, you can really go exploring this aircraft. So we can actually come down under all the console here, ramble into the front where we've opened the door, and we've also opened the hatch. And look at our position here now, right? Oh, hello, I'm on a flying... You can do the boat wave. I'm on a flying boat. Yes, right, that's how you wave. I'm no longer Billy No Mates yet. But isn't this fantastic, look? So mind your head, and we're going to ramble in. Look at all the detail back here, look. Isn't this quite incredible? Ramble in into the galley. So we've more passengers. And if you notice, actually, in behind the pilot and, well, the 2 pilots, we have another 2 seats, look. Right? So ramble back here now. We have the emergency exits, which are left and right. They're no good to us when we're going for a water landing. But we have these nice big kind of, I don't know, are they single-seaters or 2-seaters? I reckon you get 2 into these. Right? And then we have a galley area. And the galley area, well, that's your food prep, your fridge, your cook, all that sort of stuff here. And we even have lights here that we can turn on and off, and they light up the rest of the cabin. And I've seen photographs of this back here. You know, what do they keep them for? Some keep them for cargo, right? You know, you might see bikes and all this sort of stuff in there. One if you're heavy. I've also seen beds put in here. Very, very luxurious, absolutely incredible, right? So I can open these doors. And it's just done very, very well. It's a beautiful machine. And there is a door here, but we can't go in there. But that's I don't know who lives in there, but we can't get in. And we have a switch here then. If we click on this switch, that puts us outside of the aircraft, right? But look at that. Isn't that superb looking? It's beautiful. Curtains and all the devil knows what. It's absolutely gorgeous. So if we click on this button... Oh no, that's the light switch. Oh no, we click beside the button. That puts us outside. There we go. See, we're learning together. So anyway, from the outside, well, this is where we're going to remove some of our stuff. So we have our wheel chocks. So we'll come up to these. Chocks away. And well, we can't do much here when it comes to the flaps because they're fairly stuck. Empire is here. Good to see you, Empire. Welcome in, Raiders. Hope you had an awesome stream, lads. We can also check on the ailerons here. I think they're clickable. Or is it trying to turn the prop? Maybe it's the prop. Is there... That's interesting. Maybe there's a control lock on, I didn't notice. Alright. Moving around the front, we're just looking for any remove before flight. Chocks are away. There's our beautiful engines. Yes, they're looking beautiful. What else do we need here now? Coming around to the nose. We do have a remove before flight on that side. We'll go over and grab that. Ka-chunk. Thanks very much. And that looks to be all our stuff done. So shift C to be sure. Jump back in. That door is closed. And we can use the little EFB, or we can just click on this stuff as well. The click spots for this stuff now. I did find this a little bit tricky. Here we go. Nice. And there's lovely sounds for all of this, right? Want to get these doors closed? All right. What else can we do? So come on back up into here. And we can use our little tablet now for the rest of this stuff. So little clipboard, go ahead and bring this up. So our EFB mount, that's on the overhead. Boarding ladder, remove and close the rest of the hatches. And that's everything closed up. All right, so let's start now with some familiarization. What's in this aircraft? Because, well, we've got to learn how to fly it as well, right? So, right, from our seating position, well, we have fancy Grumman units here, all the glass, lovely. Onto the main panel now, we have a windshield, washer or anti-icing from here. I'm not sure if we can use the washer. We don't use a washer. Emergency locating transponder is there, transmitter. Diop or prop de-icer, flight deck. This works. The thermostat, don't need to worry about that. Pitot heat. We have another heater here. A starter heater, I suppose. Vent air. Hydraulic pressure. All right, so we've pressure on both. What else do we have here? Inverters. Currently set to leave it on off. Don't know what clean kit does. Oil shut off, not modelled. We do have our starter, so we've primer and we have a starter here, so direct cranking. Underneath them we have oil coolers, we have cowl flaps, which are the cowl flaps visible on this? The door click spots and all multiplayer weirdness, stationary props, floating oddities are all fixed for the next update. Nice, okay. I don't know what put me outside the aircraft there. Jesus, that better not happen in the air. I'm not sure, are the cowl flaps modelled? Are the cowls on this engine? Oh, they're underneath, look. Is that them? That looks like them underneath, isn't it? Maybe? We'll know now when we started. I reckon there'll be cowl flaps there. We'll have a look now in a moment, right? That looks like them. Sweet. Or maybe here as well. All right, we'll inspect that when we go to power it up, right? What else do we have here now? Oil dilution, don't need to worry. Master battery switch, we'll go back to that. External power if we have it. What else do we have now? All our circuit breakers, and I'm delighted to say they work, and there's lots of them. Look at that. Not savage, isn't it? Do they all work? No, they don't work. Never mind. Oh, hang on, some of them work. There's a good few. Anything that works in the aircraft are modelled over here as well. All right, that's an easy way of saying it. So, over here then, more Grumman units. We have our trims. That's okay. What's that fella now? Flaps, maybe? No? Brakes? No? We'll figure out what that one does. On our overhead, so here's a little EFB here. So we'll actually go into this guy because we want to make sure that we have sufficient fuel. So let's go into our fuel load. She's reading 50%. We're going to pop it up there to about 80%. We'll make it heavy. Now, the range of this thing is like 2,500 miles. It's ridiculous, but we'll drop it in. That's the parking brake. Gotcha now. 2 cowl flaps per engine, 1 on each side, and an oil cooler below. Excellent. Perfect. Hydraulic pump, parking brake. Gotcha. Handle under the seat is our parking brake. Sweet. Okay, good stuff. So we're going to load that into the aircraft. We can also go into the avionics, but we'll worry about the avionics now in a moment. Let me see. We'll go into Navigraph, right? And we'll leave this page open because it's going to pick up the flight that we were loading in. And while that's loading, let's continue on exploring up on the very top of the aircraft here. So we have our main fuel tanks, auxiliary, main, or off. And what way did it? Well, we'll find out, but I imagine that's... Is it the long part? Yeah, it says the long part usually is the indicator side, yeah? So that looks like they're both on the main tanks. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like, all right? Externalized breaker is out. Brilliant. See the way he saw that? Jesus. Now, one way I suppose of looking at this, if you scan over this way, you know, you'll see if there's something sticking out there like a sore thumb. You know what I mean? Right, okay, continue on. Ignition switches. Pull off. Right, we'll push it in. We're going to be using those. RPM, manual adjustment for our RPM. We've seen that on the DC-6. We do, well, I don't know, does this work? Is there JTO on this aircraft? Fuel boosters. Come on up here then. We have feather left prop, right prop. Okay. That looks quite new on the aircraft. Drop tank or float tank. That's where we can select those. Each wing. Radio master switch. That's for our avionics. Again, we've more circuit breakers. There's a ton of circuit breakers. Interior lighting. And as we keep looking backwards here, a rudder boost. Takeoff landing single engine. So you turn that on for single engine. Autopilot emergency disconnect is there. And an oil heater switch. Nice. All right. Emergency hydraulic bypass control. We won't be using that, but we know where it is. Emergency prop on feather. All right, won't be using that. The throttle of this aircraft, we have a gust lock here, but we have mixture, so mixture's here. Prop. It's a constant speed prop, so we don't adjust that. There's our main throttle, and we do have a gust lock. SC. Now what's SC for, lads? What does that do? SC. It says there now. Supercharger, is it? Ooh. You definitely want the water boost or the rudder boost on for takeoff. Crosswinds can be scary without it. Ah, okay. So we do have a supercharger. That's kind of nice. Okay. Right, well, let's get some power into this machine, lads, and see what happens, right? So we'll start off with the battery. Make sure that our flap handle is not moving and the gear is in the down and locked position. Master battery on. And we'll stick it on external power so we're not going to drain the thing, right? And see how this one goes. So, we're not going to have anything until we get inverter on. And avionics are off, so we can't do much. So this is where we're just going to start it up. We can see manifold pressure, RPM, that's all good. We've already set our fuel. So that looks good. Let's come on up here to our fuel. So fuels are they're on the main tanks. We'll turn our fuel boosters on. Mixture can go to rich on both sides, right? Ignition then is going to be on the right, so the mags is going to be right, left, and both. Right, left, and both. So we'll keep the mags on. I'm not following any sort of real logic to starting this. There is a full procedure in the checklist. I'm just going to go with this way. Gust lock, supercharger is off. Rudder boost, we'll worry about that in a moment. So fuel pumps are running. Mag switches are on. Let's see what's going to happen here now. So don't press that button, Murph. We have a primer. Prime on the right hand side. And we'll try and start the right side. You ready? RPM is coming up. There's the start. There is spinning. Add in a little more throttle. Yeah, she's responding. Okay, that's a good start on the right side. Continue this for the left. And let's go for a start. Spin edge. Oh, look at the smoke and all coming off it. Oh, that's gorgeous. Okay, sounds good. Manifold pressure on both sides coming up. That sounds really nice. Awesome sounds, isn't it? It needs a bit of bass, I think, does it? Right, let's continue on. So, what else do we need here now? So, oil dilution, no. Generators on. External power off. So we're running on our own power. Inverter's already on. Let's come on up here now and we'll activate the radio master switch. We have avionics. Peter Master can come on.
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
Those buttons being pressed. Commander Ballas, thank you very much indeed, man. Cheers, buddy. What's that, 8 months? Awesome sounds and animation. The smoke completes it. Yeah, smoke sounds good. looks good. Keep the brakes on. We'll give it a bit of power. So here's a Muppet called Coach. Coach, you need to shag off and stop annoying us, will you? Hang on. How do we do this again? We'll fix it. How do we do this again now? Wasn't there a way to do this? There was a way to do this, wasn't there? The heat effects are coming off. Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it? There was a way to add to this before. It's in game bar, is it? He doesn't get any attention in one place. Ah, no, like, look, anyone is welcome to fly. Just don't be an idiot. You know what I mean? It's cool to have people flying, but, like, don't be flying into me the whole time. Like, that's just... You know what I mean? Coach, fly like you have meant to fly, but, like, don't be crashing into us, man. Right, we'll leave him be for a moment. Peter's on, gear down, light is on. That's all grand. Oh, yeah, the sounds. Right, let's have a listen. Is it me or are they a little bit quiet on the outside? Mike, can they be increased, I wonder? Bit of power. They're very quiet. They're good sounds, they're just very quiet. It's a whisper jet. Why did I suddenly get out of my aircraft? Stop doing that. Jesus. Oh no, I did it twice. Okay, internal sounds. They're a little bit on the quiet side. Let me see now. They're very quiet. Rama says, yeah, the sounds weren't created by me. It's the one thing you didn't make. All right. Well, we'll see if there are modders in our community. Where's Tyler when you need him? Tyler! Bring your Excellence Echo 19 sounds into this. And, like, because I think aren't the sounds locked? They're all friggin', what's the word I'm looking for? They're all, there's a name for it. Coded or something. What's the word? They're locked that we can't get in access to. Encrypted. They're encrypted. Okay, well, not to worry, right? The highwayman is here, good to see you. The sounds are accurate, they're just quite low, that's all. But we won't worry about it for a moment. Right, avionics now, getting the rest of this machine set up. So, look, we got a lot of options here, right? So, can we do a flight plan? Are these all talking to each other? They are. Right, so let me see. Go into flight plan. Brilliant. So, what we're going to do, we're going to export this flight that we're doing. There's something not right here in the world. Why is that constantly kicking me out of the plane? I wonder, Murph, I wonder. Right. Hopefully it doesn't do that again. Right, what are we doing here? So, that's the flight, is it? No. Flights, unload. Let's pick our most recent, RGB. RGB. And export this. Load it into the aircraft. Done. Lovely hurdling. All right, give her a second now. Back up here. So we were saying we want the rudder boost turned on. That's on. Oil heater's not worried about. Fire fighting stuff, not worried about. Flaps are there, nice. Okay. So our flight plan is now in. Trims are all okay. Elevator trim. Nose up or nose down? This is interesting. There's two trims. Look at that, man. That's mad. Alright. Aileron, rudder, that's all good. Parking brakes, that's grand. Alternate static port, that's grand. Reappear our yoke. External lights, they're over here. Extend these guys. Press and hold. Press and hold. Yep, they're after dropping down, lovely. Flaps. Murph, if I were the plane, I'd kick you out too. Open the window to get better sound. Good call. Yeah, that worked. Good man, Nightsep. What else do you want here now? That's grand, that's grand, that's grand. Float tank or drop tank? No, we're leaving that. It's a fuel transfer system. So I imagine you have to transfer. Why is it jumping me out the plane? I imagine it'll transfer the fuel from the tanks into the main engine. Right, grand. Makes total sense. Right, Navigraph, what runway are we blasting off from? Let's have a look. General. Runway 22. Let's have a look. So, taxi, Foxtrot, all the way down onto 22. Alright, that looks like a plan. So we're going to come off the brakes. Brakes off. The windshield looks beautiful, doesn't it? Okay, we'll cruise this on VFR. It's trying to exit me out of the aircraft. I imagine there's a button trying to jump me out. Alright, down the way we go. 22 is active, yeah. For those of Atlanta, the ICAO code is the U16. Nice. Alright, easy now. Very briefly, we better check to see what is trying to take us out of the airplane. Let's go through the menu where it takes 26 minutes to do a thing. You can't make that smaller, no? Keyboard TTM default, yes. So let me put in. What's the command? Enter cockpit, is it? What's the command I'm looking for, lads? You know, to get in and out of the airplane. Can you remember? What weather? Live weather. Time of day is about 4:30. No, we know it's Shift C, but what's the name of the Alright, hang on. It's got a way to think about life. Take control of character. Okay, there's something doing it. Hang on, we'll figure it out together. Yeah, take control. I can see it there now. Just in case there's a button. Take control of character. Nothing assigned there. Right. Next. Sounds are good, aren't they? There's something trying to trigger it on me. See that? No. Try the mongoose next. Search by input. No, I'd have to go through all my inputs then. Really? Something's trying to trigger it. Seems to randomly happen. Yes, Miranda, good to see you, buddy. Hello there. There's something not right. Could be a second command. Could be. Yeah, I've checked the throttle twice, hammer nails. We'll find it. If it's here, we'll find it. It's not picked up from any of my controls. Weird, right? If you search by input, it'll show other bindings to it. It'll only show you the input. That makes sense? The control mapping GUI is absolute balls. Are we on the Southeast Asian server? Yes, 6 knots. We surely are. Yeah, I gotta say their controls are balls, like, or not the controls, the UI. It's slow and it's just not great. If anything, there's a button mapped on the aircraft. That's what's wrong. Now what about reverse thrust? So how do we put this into reverse? Okay, right, figured out reverse. Alright, continue on. If there's a conflict, it'll show you. No, I didn't detect anything else. Let that load up for a minute. Oh, Jesus. Is there no faster way to do this stupid thing? Don't crash sim. Jesus. Right, give that a minute. It's not better in Sim Update 3 either. Ouch. Alright, loads of people lining up here, lads. Good to see. So we're saying take control. Nothing here is done, right? The only button I have this bound to is on my controller. See, it's something triggered it just now. It has to be the throttle, doesn't it? We'll get to the end of this. See, it has to be the throttle. Bloody hell. There's something not right here. All the doors are opening.
Can I get a refund?
There are no refunds. Look at this, it opened doors, look. Right, we're just going to stop, not touch anything and see what happens. I'm holding down the brakes. Throttle. Not the throttle, prop. Not the prop. idea, lads. Right, Imshi off the runway. Let's go. Let's go. If this throws me out of the plane now, jeez, look at the amount of these. There are many albatross. What do you call many albatross? Maybe you're switching the back. We shall see. A flock? Maybe. Alright. Easy. Look, it's trying to do it now, look. Stupid thing. Rudders? Maybe the rudders. A flock of tross. It's trying to exit. I want the rudder, please. Right, sit tight for a minute. I'm moving the rudders though and nothing's happening. Oh well, Jesus, then something happened. It has to be this. Oh Jesus, my plane is starting to go without me. Give it a second now, lads. We'll try the Xbox thingy now in a sec. We'll figure this out together, lads. Somehow. It's never happened before, so there's something not right. Right, sit tight here for a minute. Alright. Don't panic. All will be well in the realm. I think that did it. Easy now. Okay, altitude. 3,500 will do us. Heading synced. Alright, friends. Walking, talking, and squawking. Let's go flying. Power coming in. Nice and easy. Keep the pressure pushed down on the nose. Prop lights are on. There's 30 inches. 40 inches. What's that RPM? Speed is well alive. There's 50 knots. It's still trying to happen, look. $80 knots. 90. 95. Oopsie daisy. Pause the way to climb. Bring those gear in. Ooh, this is pretty. Bit of trim here to help us out. Stu had a CGD. I don't believe you, man. Okay. At least you know then it can happen to anyone. If it's happening to me, you know, it happens to the best of us, right? Alrighty. Right, we'll circle around the airfield. Give folks a chance to get airborne, right? Flaps are in, the nose will drop. Oh, it's terribly pretty. Alright, easy now. Speed's coming up nicely. Oh, it's very pretty, isn't it? Oh, very, very pretty. I love the dials, man. All right, ease off a little bit. RPM back a little bit. Love this plane with the G1000. Yeah, I gotta say, it's beautiful with the modern avionics, isn't it? Alright, we're fairly well trimmed out here. Right, lads, what we're going to do, if you're on the Xbox, press 1, PC Pilots, press 2. If you're on JoinFS or indeed Skynet, press number 3. Does Murph have that on? Now he does. And for everyone else, well, sure, listen, you press number 4. I pressed the wrong button for the second time in a week. Now we're thrashing. Hello, Fireflies. Welcome to the Flying Circus. We live stream every day. Right here. That is beautiful. All right. Good man, coach. That's how you fly. Ups to down. 21 on the PC, 3 in console, 7 using Skynet and JoinFS. Right. Autopilot is a friend. If I was an autopilot, where would I live? Right. What are we? Jesus, don't press them. Put them up. Heading. Synced. Autopilot on. Let's go. Look, it's trying to do it again. Heading mode. Vertical speed down a smidgen. Left turn coming in. They still need to fix the aircraft icon on these avionics. You see that? We can arm nav mode here. Why is it LOC? GPS is what we want. GPS is armed. Alright, turn that heading to intercept. There's 3,500 feet put in. And we'll head kind of due south to intercept this. Get those lights back in. That's fixed for the next update. Ah, okay, nice. So is the next update, Mike, Sim Update 3, or how does that work? 170 knots, the thing is moving well. Now, RPM is a little bit on the high side. Manifold pressure, realistically, 30, probably 30, I'd say. But let's see what she can do. GPS is armed, so this will pick it up. It'll come with or shortly after Sim Update 3. Okay, nice. Mike, what was the inspiration for this aircraft? I mean, like, as I said, the detail gone into it is staggering. Cabin air switches, look. Dome light for the cockpit. Adjust the temperature. Look at that, that's all modelled. I love that. Headphone jack. That sounded important. What does that open? Oh, hang on, that's the door. Is that a click spot? Yeah, click spot on the door. It was yours choice, labour and love. Nice. Also, cowl and oil lighting lights will have drag penalties. Yes, the cowls. Where were they? They were up here, weren't they? So. That's really upsetting me why the aircraft is trying to exit. Where's the switch for this thing? This could be hilarious, lads. Don't brake.
Dreamy, sleepy, nighty, snoozy, snooze.
Who does that? Who turns off someone's lights when they're moving? Right, let's see if it was the Xbox controller. Right. Jesus. Right, well, we're on GPS. We're following our route nicely. No, still doing it, look. Bloody hell. Why is that now? Timing was good, you have to admit. Timing was savage. Who did it? Hammer nails. What button do you normally use? It's on my Xbox controller. It's the only button that does it. Let us check, friends. Let us check. It's never happened before. Let's see, right? Assigned. Take control of aircraft, right? Set control on release. Right, let's delete it for the moment. Right? So I no longer have a button assigned to jump out the plane. Are we following the white rabbit or the pink line? The white rabbit is following the pink line. Right, let's see if it comes back on, because I've now deleted the assignment. Okay, that's... See? How is that? We need some... You must clear the entire binding and the binding to it. Wait, huh? Mike, is there a click spot on the aircraft for this? There is. It's down here, look. It's here somewhere. If you click on that, that gets you outside of the aircraft. It has to be that, doesn't it? Has to be that. But anyway. There's our traffic map. Nice. That's pretty good. We'll go with that. Okay. We have our guidance lines, that's nice. "23 knots against our nose. Okay. Let's see what happens. You might have signed it to another button. I don't believe so. Will the D-Day flight now... Jesus. Will the D-Day flight now be on 24? No, I'm still thinking 2020. I'm still thinking 20, Dougal. Your speed is stuck to 80 knots. I think I forgot to remove the pitot cover. Uh-oh, blew it. Any ideas why that's... I've no controls assigned to get out of the aircraft. It's got to be something on the plane sticking. Is there anything on the dev menu that can see it? Never seen that behavior before. Same. Most unusual. Alright, we'll plod on. 160 indicator. We're doing alright here, lads. So 74 miles out. Any doors open on the clipboard? No. Just the EFB, we can disappear that, I suppose. Yeah, Matt, I've tried that loads of times. The door handle click spot only works when the door is open. Okay, but when we land, we'll open that door. Because we can't open that door mid-air, right? Yeah, we can. Right, now let's see if that did it, because I just pressed it, right? Right, hopefully that did it. What and when is part 2 of said Grand Tour? What and when? Next week. Alright, let's see if that did the trick. Hopefully it did. Weird bug, maybe? This is default, lads, isn't it? It's not part of, like, any of the other ones. Jesus, look at the view. Ah, look at that. Wombat, beautiful. Juggly is there, and we have Test Pilot right beside us. Look at that, lads. That's amazing. That's awesome looking. Exceptional flying. B-24? Wait, hang on. The sim is shagged, look. Why is there a Wombat nameplate and I've all the nameplates turned off? Right. Jesus, that's a tight formation, isn't it? That's friggin' awesome looking, lads. Beautiful. Wombat refuses to be hidden. Oh, he's gone now, look. Ah, Jesus. Right. Here's the true VIP. Look at this state, like. I think that little click spot button fixed. It hasn't come on since. Name is on the tail. I love that. That's awesome. Oh man, I'm loving this. This is gorgeous. Great formation. Uh-oh. Alright. So, our first landing is that at a seaplane base, right? So, to get ourselves, I suppose, au fait with what we're doing, right? Where is this now? So the whole geometry of the aircraft, a deep V planing hull with a keel designed to break water adhesion, reduce purposing, and also minimizing spray ingestion into the engine. Right? There's built-in chines direct water away from the prop and arcs. The wing design high mounted with a significant dihedral for stability and floats on each wingtip that automatically deploy, but they're already down. I don't think we can pull in them. They don't budge like the likes of the Goose or that, so they're fixed, right? Water surface conditions are entirely wind dependent. A 10 knot wind over open water creates small wavelets on the Beaufort scale of about 3, which can start to produce a hull slap and a dangerous spray. Above 15 knots, water landings should be reconsidered, particularly on large open bodies of water. And these are all the things we need to consider when we try to land this, because, well, with Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, there is consequence. I remember reading, like, even on D-Day, the lads getting across the, doing the landings, right? A lot of the landing craft capsized because instead of trying to hit the waves head on, they were hitting them sized on, right? And that was enough to roll and capsize the Higgins boats, you know? Just started watching after getting home from your evening shift. Looks brilliant. Ooh, welcome in. So we need to be careful of that when we're landing, so we'll need to get an idea of the weather, but also fly nice and low to see what we're doing, right? What am I looking for now? Preferential landing direction. Always attempt to land into the wind and into the swell to minimize any touchdown speed over the surface. Crosswinds on water are more dangerous than that on runways, as they act on both the hull and the tail, making directional control after touchdown extremely difficult. So we'll try and identify any white caps or wind streaks that we see on the water to judge the direction and the speed. We'll also get an idea of the swell with the water moving there as well. Alright? Stu, thank you very much. Tier 3 for 6 months in advance. Jesus, Stu, thank you very, very much indeed. That is insane support. What a ledge, man. What a ledge. Wave height, period, and reflection. So wave height should not exceed 18 inches or half a metre. Above this, hull pounding will happen, and you have to be careful for structural damage on the airframe. So if the water is a little bit rough, we need to bear that in mind. Long period swells with distance between the peaks are safer than short. Choppy waves, the former allow the aircraft to ride over the crest, the latter create high speed impacts. It goes without saying, you're not going to land into a big swell of water, a big wave. Reflected waves in harbours, fjords or cliffs can bounce and interfere, creating confused seas and make landings unpredictable. What we're looking for here, calm waters if possible, or if there is going to be waves, we're in the direction of, because the wind is blowing, we want to be in the direction of that, yeah? Try to avoid areas with mixed patterns and steep shoreline cliffs. Well, we won't be near the shore. Also keep an eye out for other vessels. Now, where we do have touchdown zones at seaplane bases, they're usually near harbours, but they're like well clear of any obstacles. You want to keep minimum 500 metres safe radius from any other vessel, boat, sailboat, commercial craft, as their wake may not be visible from altitude. Ooh. Monitor the harbour VHF if equipped when approaching known marinas or coastal towns. Now we can use visual landmarks to see what that is, like ferries if there is any there with the global ship AI, right? Water temperature is also important because, well, the colder water gets, water below 10 degrees is denser, slightly affecting the hull buoyancy. It's minor in real-world flying, but it does play a role in slower decel after touchdown, potential for engine cooling issues if on idle, and thermal mirage and glare of cold water and sunlight affecting depth perception. Ooh. Alright. Bit of mountain here we need to climb over. So our approach, we're going to use a very shallow 3 to 5 degree glide path, right? Ideally descending 500 feet a minute. I hear a chopper. Touchdown speed, we'll see what she likes. I imagine 70 knots full flaps. Flare only slightly. We're aiming to cut through the water, not stall above it. Make sure our gear is up. After touchdown, keep the yoke neutral or slightly aft to avoid porpoising, as in nose bobbing. And then watch for step off. If waves cause the aircraft to fall off the step early, add gentle power to stabilise. Alright. There's a hunter somewhere because we can hear its sounds from miles away. There's Velo, Belbro, Ryan is there, Wicked Lumberjacks. I love seeing the tail numbers. Key to a good landing in the Albatross is get your pitch trim set for hands-off flying on approach. When you cut the power, there's a significant nose drop. Ooh, nice. Frozen water can be an issue as well. I believe it's called ice. Don't quote me on that. Right. No, looking forward to this now. This is going to be our first water landing on this. We got about, 40 miles, 30 miles, something like that. If I close this window, will that sound go? Yeah. That's weird, isn't it? Very strange. Very, very strange. Been a while since I heard the sound bugs from non-Coronado planes. I had the window open. That could have been it, you know. But, where is this now?
That's a big 10-4.
Bit of tunage in the back. Sourdough man, thank you very much indeed. 2 months, my dude. Cheers, man. Man, look at this scenery. Muse fan had a CTD. I don't believe you. Right, I think we're going better. That there seemed to be some sort of a weirdness with clicking on that door panel to try and release me out of the aircraft. It hasn't come on since, so I think we're looking good. Man, look at this scenery. Oh, look at this. You gotta love it. We got a 24 knot headwind. Yep. A little bit of cloud cover as well. Tima and Rambog, thank you very much, lads. Right, we're looking at this flight. Active flight. Oh look, we can see the other lads flying with us. There's Tima, there's Rambog. So this Elevatex, lads, this is free. Right? If you want to grab it. I know it's another tracker, but like, you know. LD or I, and it should have been LD or P. Let's not worry. Could have been worse. Nice machine to cruise in, isn't it? Schutz is happy with Volanta. LDRP doesn't exist in the sim. Man, look at that down there, the valley with the river, look. Yes, the door spot fixed the spot. Kramer Dim, nice. Alright, we found it. It was a bug and then we fixed it. Never seen it before? No worries, man. Yeah, it can happen. Dublin 18 is fine with us. Good to see you, buddy. Alright, controller. Is there anything that Murphy can't fix? There's many things that Murphy breaks. Jeez, the scenery, lads, look. That's absolutely gorgeous. Right, now, take control. Hello? The wind blew you up 1,000 feet higher. What? This is very pretty. Oh wow, look at that, lads. This is absolutely stunning. Beautiful. What a machine to go flying in. So see the one the test pilot is flying? That's the one with the radome in the nose, look. And a pilot sitting out the front. Ah, Jesus. There's some things we just can't fix. For everything else, there's MasterCard, or, you know, model matching, you know. He's your lookout. He won't get back in, you've asked him. It's very pretty, isn't it? There's bugs and, like, when it comes to multiplayer, we know the crack. Jeez, look at these mountains, look, lads. Isn't that gorgeous? Man alive. Hopefully we don't hit anything. You think we need altitude? Aaron, listen, I think we're grand. We might now in a little bit over there. You know, we'll find out. Hey, the Limbics, good to see you. I see Mike Patey has brought one of these to modify for van life, essentially, with a YouTube build series. Really? There's a great bridge on the approach. Ooh, nice. This is terribly, terribly pretty. What a beautiful airplane. And the liveries are friggin' awesome as well. Right, let's see if we can mess with those cowl flaps. Okay, the button didn't work. Cowl flap open. There's another livery coming as well. Oh, nice. Let's have a look at these cowl flaps opening. Jerry Armstrong, good to see you, Jerry. Oh yeah, look, there, there, look. Sweet. Alright, they work. Close them. We'll probably want some altitude. I'm just saying, we'll probably want some altitude. Alright, easy now, Betsy, easy now. What do you reckon? Will we get... No, we won't.
Jesus.
Yeah, right, alright. We'll go up 1,000 feet for big iron. Right, now, vertical speed that be Janie, and up 500 feet a minute. There we are. All is well. We're starting to climb. Terribly, terribly slowly, but we're starting to climb. This is gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that. Like, and she can haul ass like 160 knots. Oh, I love this. The last kind of... Well, the last series we did, lads, was the the illusion, right? So yes, this is considerably smaller, but like, no shortage of epic looking scenery, is there? What a beautiful part of the world. I'll keep her climbing there now. Go on, you devil, you. Jesus, nearly give her 700 Murph. There we go. When AAI finishes theirs, maybe they won't even have a working prototype yet. Turboprop version, yeah, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Ramos, I'm looking forward to the next livery though. The liveries are beautiful. Like, I mean, you see what the lads are flying. Then of course you have the US Coast Guard one. I love the blue. It's stunning. So I suppose like the main things for me, just the sounds. If we can get engine sounds in there, we'll talk to Tyler maybe, Echo 19, because he's a legend. Hoping they fix livery model matching at some point. Oh yeah. This is a stunning plane. And like for a default aircraft, like when you look at the, like look what's working, right? You get a ton of circuit breakers, like its own little EFB, right, with the clipboard. You have the advantage of landing on water and on land. You can transfer fuel coming in from the drop tank, so that's interesting. Now, what's the difference between a float tank or a drop tank? These are the drop tanks. So, is there fuel in these floats? Are they float tanks? How to stop a floating boat plane from drifting after landing. Lower the gear and apply the handbrake. It works every time. There's fuel in the floats. That's awesome. Right. We're going to be landing down here. This is getting exciting. Fuel equals less dense in the water. Also, next update will have proper and smooth beaching, much more realistic. Ooh, nice. Okay, let's have a look here. Radar altitude. Call it 100 feet. There's the harbour. Yeah, that's great news, Ramos. Can't wait to see more for this airplane. It's beautiful. Right. Autopilot off. Oh, she has a yaw dampener as well, look. Alright, okay. Let's meander this way. We want to inspect the old is there an ILS on the water? Now from this altitude, everything looks very clear out there, but that's from this altitude. So we'll ease our way in to see what happens. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. That's absolutely gorgeous looking. Jesus, look at this. Down with the coast as well. Just absolutely gorgeous. Needs a bit of tunage here or something, doesn't it? You know. Is it now? We'll do one of these as we inspect some water. Look at the harbour. All the cars moving. Fly over the town. Right, we're going to try an attempt to land this with the sun behind us, right? That should be all totally grand. There's a little radar altitude given out to us. Right, speed is coming down. Notch of flaps. I mean, this should be hilarious, right? Oh, Ramas, that sounds awesome, dude. Awesome. It's great when we see devs kind of focusing on the multiplayer stuff. Like, it often gets forgotten. The water looks like relatively smooth here. I don't see any swells or waves or any of that. No, it's not exactly glass. There's a bit of ripple there, but like it's a nothingness, right? So I can see from that chimney over there roughly the direction of the wind, so it's actually coming behind us here. So let's have a look. Let's go more flaps. Right. Full flaps. Speed's 100. We'll kind of go this direction in here. Just to see what happens, right? We have reverses if we need them. Easy now. Easy now. Hold that nose up. There's a touch, bit of a splash. There's another one. On, hold her in. Alright, that looks good. Can we reverse this guy? There we go. Jesus, Murph. Where's the... That's reverse. Speed is coming right down. Keep a little bit of pressure off the nose. We're slightly pulling back here. Alright. Alright. Now, we should have an anchor. Let's see, can we throw in the old anchor? Probably going too fast for it. We're probably going a little bit too fast with the anchor still. Throw her back a little on the left. Let's see, idle thruster cut off. Open the nose hatch. Oh, good man, the nose hatch. Right. Now anchor. Idle thrust. Idle. There should be. There's our anchor. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. Jeez, look how calm the water is, look. That's absolutely gorgeous. So the floating boats are going to be fixed in the next update. Nice. Right, let's kill the radio master and kill the props here. Nice. What else do you want to do? We want to open up the right side. No, emergency hatch, cockpit hatch. We can open these by hand, look. Come back here and open this guy. Ah, sure, isn't that only gorgeous? Bring the time back just a smidge. Jesus! Who's that running? What? I've often said it, Wicked Lumberjacks, right? The man can walk on water. You can deploy and retract the anchor by hand too if you like. Oh, can you? Ooh. There's a click spot inside in the nose, is it? Oh, that's cool, isn't it? Literally, Jesus, right? It's in the nose. Look at that. Ah, man, it's gorgeous. And a little door open here now as well. It'd be great to get, what has it? You know the boats have it, like you can put like a little jetty in beside it. That'd be awesome if that can be done. Click of a button, it appears a jetty as a 3D object. Man, that's very nice, isn't it? Yeah, like see where the waterline is for the emergency exits, look. You know, in rough seas, like look how calm it is. We're in the sea, like. Fuel pumps are still on. I'm going to burn them out of it. Yeah, I'm very much impressed with this. Best plane in the sim, says Wicked Lumberjacks. It's really good. The side doors were added for chocks for their docks. Ooh. It's beautiful. It's a fine looking bird, isn't it? It's gorgeous. I love this. It's just beautiful, man. And like you're bobbing up and down. Now it is calm, but like you're getting that small bit of movement bobbing up and down, like, you know. Okay, so let's well, let's see, can we bring back in the anchor, I suppose. Is there a click spot in here for it? Oh, look at that, there is, look. And there's, ah, brilliant. Oh, that's pretty cool, isn't it? And where she was once for the Coast Guard, that's where you would have had access up to the nose of the plane, yeah? But on this one, it's completely covered in. So from here, you ramble onto the quay wall and, you know, go exploring. We'll let our passengers out, right? We'll stay here and put on the kettle in the galley. There's our fridge. Yeah, that's awesome. A swimming bonanza, really? There's a lot of these, lads. How many of these are in the water with us? Look. It's an Albatross convention, so it is, look. That's so awesome.
Oh, Jesus.
Never seen anything like it. Ah, that's brilliant, isn't it? So many folks are flying these tonight. That's awesome. The world's the world's first Albatross convention. I'm loving it. All the tail numbers are working now as well, look. Golf, November, India, Delta, Delta, November 52713. Someone's beached it. Golf, Mike, Lima, Whiskey Papa. Albatross Expo. You gotta love it, right? Rama says he's honoured. Not at all, man. Jeez, thanks for building such a cool friggin' aircraft. It's gorgeous. Couple of fixes if we can get them in the next update. This is just going to be gorgeous. Papa Hotel, Delta, Romeo, Tango. I love the tail numbers. Default. Who did that? Who did that? Who's this? Tima. Your tail says default. Did you put that in yourself? That's brilliant. There's the Dornier, look. Dornier is nice and all, right? With its push-pull configuration, but this thing is freaking gorgeous. Foxtrot Wolf. Looking Foxtrot and Wolfie. Tons and tons of fixes plus old school radio panel option. Ah, nice. Dual VFR ADF and no GPS. Oh, nice. Oscar Yankee 68 Mike Oscar. Lima November Whiskey Juliet Quebec. I love this. Charlie Foxtrot Yankee Echo Echo. I'm loving this, lads. All the tail numbers. How many years are we waiting for this? Because if I don't use name tags, this is the only way we can identify it. Do you know what I mean? Sierra Echo Golf Lima Alpha. Who's that? Sean, is it? That's Rambog. That's Rambog's. Cool. I can't get it stopped to drop the anchor. It's alright, Muse. Don't worry, man. Beach it. DCS ducks. I love that. Isn't it class? Looking at the tail numbers, that's really good. Seglet equals sailing in Swedish. No way, man. No way. I love that. What a great way to customize your aircraft. I love that. I've gone for Echo India Tango Papa Papa. EI tip. Tipperary. Something different. Right, let's get this show back on the road. That's our first leg done of 71 nautical miles. Our next spell is going to be that 74 nautical miles and then our final 54 nautical miles. So we'll keep her lit. Well, we'll see how we get on, right? I'm planning to get us all the way down to Split tonight. We'll see how time goes, right? If we have time, we're laughing. If we don't worry about it, right? We've 4 weeks to do this trip, so we shall be grand, right? Right, so, right, come back in here, actually. We'll do this manually. I like this. Would you keep the anchor on, starting her up? You would, I suppose. Right, make sure rich. Open them up. And, let's see, can we get this show back on the road? Right side. RPM coming up. Good start. Ah, oh, look at the smoke effects, look. Gorgeous. Alright, left side before we blow away. Oh, look at that. You see what makes that better? It's the heat blur with the smoke. She'll auto-retract with too much power input on it. Ah, okay. Right. Little Jimmy had the job of, you know, taking in the anchor. There she blows. Watch your head. The nose latch hatch gadget has been secured. All hatches secured. Alright. Alright, that looks good, that looks good. Avionics. Alright, so our full flaps, get rid of those. One knot for takeoff. And we'll try and give ourselves just a little bit of a push out to our starboard there. That'll do her. Alright. Power coming in. Bit of pressure down on the nose. We have rudder boost. Takeoff power set. A little bit of a bump. Don't mind the fact that we just flew through your man. Eyes on the floor. Right, speed alive. Jesus. There's 60. You saw nothing. There's 70. Oh, look at at that with the spray. Look at that. Gorgeous. Yepsy daisy. Beautiful. That was savage. Gorgeous. Alright, bring those flaps back in. Easy now. Bit of trim here now, help us out. We'll resume this course. We're going to go back up to now, call it 3,500 feet altitude. 3.5 is set. Heading, let's lock to heading. Let's go autopilot. Nav, does it catch? It will. And we'll go flight level change of the speed. 143, dial that down if we can. How do we do this now? Speed. Flight level change. Oh, we got a map flickering. Interesting. So the charts flicker. Okay. How do we... Retriever Neil, you take care of my dude. So nav range altitude. How do we adjust the speed? Oh, there we go. Alright, let's call it 130 knots as we climb. There we go. Nav mode is reacquired. There's a bridge to our left. Oh, beat the hokey. Autopilot off. We have found a bridge. There is nothing to concern yourselves with anything, but it's important that we at least, you know, check out the bridge for the reasons of scientific value. Yes, science. We have 2 bridges. Oh, yes. Under one, back around for the next. Alright, we'll go to the one on the right hand side first. Get around that island, come back in and get under the one on the left. Yeah, baby. Secure the dishes. Mystic is in the house. Happy Monday to you, dude. Hope you're well. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. There's nothing to fear but everything. Easy now. We're looking good. The water's not, but we're looking good. Yeah, baby. One down. We've one more to do, though. Get around the corner here. Oh no, someone died! Medic! We need a medic down here! Alson, no one saw it, mate. Don't worry at all. Alan Mead is here. Good to see you, buddy. Oh, Jay's go handy now. Yes! Looking good. Easy does it. Dougal. Absolutely gorgeous. There was nothing to worry about at all. Now lads, well, hang on. Can you land on the bridge though? You know, I mean, for the reasons of science, can we actually touch down on the bridge? Don't worry about cars here for a minute, right? I mean, I reckon this can be done, right? Bit of a speed bump in the middle, we'd be grand. We'll have to, you know, touch and go or something. Flying this external now is completely mad. Oh, Jesus. Go on, you can do it. Oh, Jesus.
It's not the plane.
Oh, no, wait. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Don't go off the side. Touchdown. Oh, Jesus, mind the thing. Oh, no, it's carnage. Oh, Jesus. Right. You saw nothing? Absolutely nothing was seen at all. We hit into the... Oh, look, it's everyone's dying, look. Oh, no. Oh, count seven. Oh, no. Oh, oh, terrible. There's oh, no. Oh, Jesus, hang on. Oh, Jesus, me camera. Get back here, look. Oh, I mean... Jesus. Olsen, look out, Olsen. Look out. Oh, no. Dux is dead. Olsen's dead. Oh, Janie then. Jeez, look at Belbro, though. Didn't he do well? Oh, jeez. Dublin 18. Oh, Jesus. There goes Wombat. Go on, Wombat, you devil, you. Go on, look. He has it, lads. Yes.
Who's in charge?
Yeah, no.
You haven't a clue what you're doing.
No. Splash down. Oh, Wombat. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, Jesus. Cammy Niner, yes. No, he's gone sideways. Oh, Jesus. Will he hold it? Yes. Daddy Plump is inbound. Oh, no, no, no. I always wanted a career as a bridge ornament. A bridge ornament.
They've done studies, you know.
Oh, that's brilliant.
60% of the time, it works. Every time.
Oh, Wombat, that was the best ever. Go on, Wicked Lumberjacks. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus, there's things happening. Mystic, thank you very much indeed for the £10 donation. What a legend. Thank you very, very much. Oh, look at Schutz. You're too fast, man. Abort the landing. It's not worth it, Schutz. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. No. Wipe out. Oh, no, he's after falling off. Oh, dear. Flyer 10's inbound. Uh-oh. Easy now, Jamal. Oh, Jesus, this is looking good. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. No, that didn't work at all. Oh, brilliant. Idle cut off. No, Icarus, we don't know what you're in, but it doesn't look healthy. Dougal had a CTD. I don't believe you. Jesus. Locust made it look... Yeah, that's not good at all now, you know. Poor Wombat. Angle of attack, good to see you. Alan Mee, thank you very much indeed for the super chat. Go on, Ryan. Go on, you devil. Yes. No. It's spludge. No, terrible bad. Yeah, terrible. Mrs. GPHI got down, sorta. Oh, Jesus. Right, Alston's coming in again. Go on, you devil. I reckon he'll do it now. You know. Easy. But they're all going for it now. Oh, Alston, you hit a bit of ground on the way in. BMU. No. Ooh. Oh, no. 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 Go on, Stu. You can do it. Abort, Stu. You ran out of road. Abort. Abort. Brilliant. Oh, Jesus. Oh, wait, hang on. Velbro. Velbro. Yeah, no. No, that didn't work. That didn't work. Oh, Jesus. You sort of landed. Yeah. Purchase him. Oh, you're in trouble there. Power. Lots of power. Right, we need to get off this. Nothing to fear here now, lads. How is this going to work now? Do we try this side? Just right, let's try this, right? Yeah, she's not liking that. Right. Right, my engines and all are gone. Oh, Jesus. Right. Jeez. Right, friends. One single notch of flaps. Oh, there's carnage up the road, look. A few of the connecting flights are going to be delayed. Alright. Power coming in. Loads of power. Off the brakes. What's going to happen? Keep it between the ditches. Oh no, put on this. Oh no, oh Jesus. Put it in the. Right, oh no, no. Okay, wait now. Right, no. It's. Oh Jesus. Oh, it loops. Oh God. We'll fix it. Hayden, good to see you. There are no words. Ah, yes, we're alive. Gear up. Flaps in. Yes. We'll edit all that other stuff out, so it'll look like... I don't know how we do it, lads. It just happens, you know. What are we doing to this beautiful plane? Right. Let us continue on now with our beloved flight. Let's go this way. Yup, you devil you. Autopilot. Flight level change for 130 and GPS is rearmed. We'll intercept that now in a moment. All is well in the realm. Does this void the warranty? Yeah. Grand though, you know. Could have been worse. Textbook, yes, I agree. Hope you're well, Hayden. We'll intercept this magenta line once again and see where we go from there, right? What are you doing to me, plane? And now, this is how the Albatross became a stall aircraft, right? Is this game worth a buy? Yes, it's very good. A couple of bugs on that, but it's still very, very good. Right. Altitude coming in 3,500 feet. And we should pick up our GPS where it'll be a left turn. Left turn coming in. Easy. All right. Oh, look at this. look at those mountains over there, look. Absolutely gorgeous.
Jesus.
Ah, lads, it's stunning this. Flying with the Fireflies.
Jesus.
Look at the scenery, though. Fruitin the Great, you're very welcome aboard. Tarnish Mossman, we'll see you soon, buddy. Have a great week. This is a beautiful aircraft. It really is. Man, this scenery too. Absolutely incredible, isn't it? Hope you're well, Fruitin. You're looking well, man. Hayden, yes, sir. Streaming daytime as well. No real agenda, we just jump on. This is gorgeous. This is a stunning airplane. Look at the detail here, look. Man alive. Look at the textures, look. Muse says, actually can't believe I haven't flown it until now. I love it, right? You're going to fly the Spruce Goose? If you have this, fly this, man. Way better. Wombat, that is insane close formation flying. Jesus. Dux is with him. There's Dragon. Starbug. There's Stu. We got Wicked Lumberjacks. Stu goes back airborne. It's gorgeous, isn't it? There's Toto with us as well. Looking good, Toto. How was our water landing? It actually wasn't too bad. You know, all things considering. Bit of tunes here for our YouTube viewers. Bit of a wind hitting us here, actually. So I would say we won't get down to Split tonight, lads. We'll leave that for next week. Let's bring up some Navigraph here, take a closer look. Oh wait, hang on. Is that gonna balls me? It is. It's gonna balls me landing, look. Oh Jesus! There's a landing rate got in of, oh Jesus, 400 and odd, look. Note to self, don't use flight tracking stuff when you're acting the Muppet. So I reckon we'll get down as far as Zadar tonight, right? And then starting off next week, that'll take us to Split, and we'll probably get down as far as Tivat then as well. So our full stop landing, lads, is actually going to be at Lima Delta Zulu Delta. Nights up. You take care. Nights up. RCB. Over here, let's adjust this flight plan. LDZD. Zamunic, is it? Alright. $56 miles to go. Oh, look at this scenery, look. Gregor ran out of gas. Oh, Jesus. Oh, man, isn't this view spectacular, look. Got turbines up the hill. Not seeing any ship traffic. That's amazing flying, Stu. Dragon looking good. Wombat. BMU. Ryan is there. Idle cut off. We can see Daddy Plump there as well. Captain Cocktail is with us. Devil Fly. Mrs. GPHI is inverted. Looks gorgeous, isn't it? Dave 7 is with us as well. Looking good, Dave. Legend Dave. The tunes, lads. The tunes. Alright, so 3,500 feet, rumbling in. Indicate airspeed of about 167. Engines are... alright. Torque is good. Oh, hang on, we got an APU on this. We have an APU on this? Where's the APU? Now, if I was an APU, where would I live? I'd be a switchback here, wouldn't I? That's a fuel transfer system. It was deleted on the G111 to save weight. Ah, gotcha. So it's on the Albatross. I live next door to the BPU. BPU? Okay, so she's on the Albatross. Oh, she's on the HU16, so it's taken off this. Alright. So, right, normal. Both main valves are on main. Select drop or flow switch to transfer. Or auxiliary tank direct to the engine. Oh, look at this. We can actually feed from an auxiliary tank. Nice. APU, BPU, CPU, GPU. GPU? You want an APU too? You're asking for so much. Well, you're probably more realistically going to have, you know, a ground power unit nearby one of these, right? And like a ground power unit to power this, what, 24 volts? What should be 24 volts? Like, a truck battery would do it, like, wouldn't it? That's all it would need. Like, it wouldn't need much, I would think. What have we got here now? You wouldn't know what tunes are hidden. So 30 inches and 1900 RPM, really? On the cruise? Let's go 30 inches and 1900. Is that right? 1900 on the RPM? That seems shocking low. That'll kill her speed a bit. 1900. Sounds really nice. At the lower RPM. It's about 120 to 130 gallons per hour. This is a 30 machine. Albatross had big batteries. The APU is primarily for military use, since it might have to land and be self-sufficient for long periods. Yeah, it makes sense. Cha-ching is right. Yeah, we were flying our Cessna yesterday, getting like 8 gallons. It was like, yes! Man, the scenery here is gorgeous, isn't it? There's a Wild Muse fan. Ooh. There's Stu. Nice, man. We got a Toto. There's Dragon. Visualize. Both radials are 30 litres or 30 litres each. That's the sound of money exploding. Money is exploding out of this aircraft. Literally every second of the day. Jesus. Ooh. You haven't tried the supercharger? Oh, that's right. Alright, speed test this machine. Watch the manifold. Oh, look at that manifold. Good night, Irene, look. Look at the speed. Jesus. You can do a full whack for 5 minutes. Speed and power, look. 180 knots. Then it gets quiet. Look at the fuel flow. $211 gallons an hour per engine? What? Is that right? 195 knots? Jesus. Right, calm it all down there now, Betsy. Let's call it 30. Let's go 19. That is absolutely nuts. That's like war emergency power, isn't it? Crazy. Absolutely crazy. What a machine. What's that in litres per 100 kilometers? So we need gallons per hour to miles per hour, or to miles per gallon. So, what was that, 200? It's hard to do it over distance, right? But we'll figure it out, right? gallons per hour. Right, so you're talking 757 liters per hour, right? So, if we're talking, that's for both engines, isn't it? 200 gallons an hour? 757 per hour. Now, if we're traveling in knots, that's 266 kilometers an hour, right? Hundred and 30 knots is 240 kilometers. Yeah. So that's 240 kilometers in 1 hour, right? So that's 240. So for every 100 kilometers that we do the maths, we're doing 100 kilometers every 30 minutes. So it's going to be twice that, right? So that's twice that. So that's going to give us a fuel, burn, right, of about 700, and it's actually more, it's about, would that be right? 724 liters per 100 kilometers? Or is it half that? Sorry, it's half that. 740 divided by 2. So it's 370 litres per 100 kilometres based on an airspeed of 130 knots and a fuel flow of, 200 gallons per hour. Is that right? What does this gadget run on? She runs on avgas, wouldn't it? Exclusive of VAT is 232 euro. So 232 multiplied by 1.135. So it's 262 per litre. 720 multiplied by 2.62. It's 1,800 euros an hour to fly this. What? So all things considered with like your payload, you're talking $2,000 an hour to fly this, right? Watching Murph try to do math is more entertaining than flying. What? It's about $2,000 an hour airtime, wet, roughly. Jesus, my head hurts. It's time to sit down. Now in yards per gallon. No, I think my it's not a million miles off. Yeah, the Von Edelsteins are very rich. Filthy rich. Ah, oh, look at this for the view with that lighting, with these airplanes. Just a bit more than a Skoda. $2,000 an hour. So, let's compare something, right? Your Cessna 172 will cost you typically 50 to 120 quid an hour. typically, right? And then you have like maintenance or whatever to go in. So let's say even a Cessna 172 is about $200 per hour. Something like a 737, that's about $5,000 an hour. This thing, about $2,000 an hour. Hello there. That is nuts. Jefferson 2001, the man, myth and legend, has rambled in to say hello. What an absolute legend. Welcome in, Jefferson. Hope you're well. Jesus, that's nuts. All right, we're getting close to our final stop of tonight, lads. We won't make it down the road to Split tonight, but we're doing all right. We're 17 miles out. Autopilot off. Let's get down low and explore some of this. Ooh. Man, look at all the rocks here, look. Many thanks, Jefferson. Hope you're well, buddy. Now, this is a gorgeous airplane. Loving it. Anyone been down here before? Wish I can get in this flight. Always stuck at work when you're live. Oh no, Alex. We're on during the daytime as well. How's the career change going? Do I miss the logistics work? Flying for fun? Great question. No, I don't miss it. As I said, it's going to take me about a month figuring out this. You know, I'm doing a lot of streams, but I'm just trying to figure out what the balance is. You know, I'm enjoying it. I do want to get into some YouTube video stuff. I'm going to get busy very soon when it comes to Firefly Air. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Trying to work out the right times, the best times during the day, you know? Because what's happening is I end up getting, like, I'll go live at somewhere between 10 and 12, right? And I'll finish up at around kind of 4 o'clock in the day. And then I'll come back a couple of hours later. And that's working fine, like, you know? But yeah, I just need to keep an eye on it, you know. But I'm enjoying it, man. It's awesome. You found another bridge. Brilliant. Mr. 90, good to see you. Yeah, it is. This is in the default list, isn't it? Or is it in the higher one? Angry Lou wants me to make a guide. Can't figure out the 737. I need to fly the 737 again. Deluxe. It's in the Deluxe. Mr. 90, it's in Deluxe, but I'd say... I'm not sure if you can buy this outright now, but it'll be added soon, I'd say. Jeez, look at the mountains there on the left, look. It's gorgeous. But yeah, I'm very much enjoying this so far. May was a phenomenal month. Both views and, well, everything really. May was just like, holy crap. So I'm still trying to figure out things. Let's see how June goes, and it's a busy month. We got Expo this month. July we have the Firefly meetup in Duxford. August, I'm on vacation for 2 weeks in August. September, schools are back September, October. We'll play it by ear, friends. The Tupolev 144 consumed 2,400 gallons during cruise. What? Oof. Oh, it's in the marketplace now. Nice. Yeah, highly recommend you pick it up. Highly recommend this one. It's beautiful. There's a couple of small bits to be done. The sounds, I'd love to see get a bit of a increase, right? I came across something very strange with a click spot. It kept triggering trying to exit the aircraft. But I don't know if anyone else was able to replicate that. Is the Skoda feeling neglected? Do you know, it cost me €100 to fill that car fuel. €100. Bloody hell. Like, my fuel was tied into my salary in the job, right? So, like, I haven't bought diesel in years. Years since I bought diesel. The last time I bought diesel, it used to cost €70 to fill my car. Now it's €100. Gibbo, I nearly read it out, and it's only when I saw Gibbo, and then it's only when I saw brackets, I was like, don't say it out loud for a second. Do you like to mass? He's a great debater, that fellow. If you're ending your morning stream around 1500, is that Zulu or +1? Zulu time, so that'd be 14, or no, wouldn't. That'd be 1600 Zulu. Usually, that's when I finish up. Just for a break, I grab a bit of lunch, I pick up the missus, and like, we just hang out for a while. And we're back on a few hours later. Right, lads, what's the active runway here? We have a choice. We have multiple runways. 2204, 31, or 13. That's beautiful, look. Absolutely gorgeous, man. But yeah, the support in May was just, I've never seen anything like it. Smashed through any records, like it was just freaking nuts. So as the fella said, we'll see how June goes. Like, it's all about sustaining what you're doing. Like, I mean, you know, you don't, you know, you don't venture in this world to be like, you know, rich, you know. But it's all about sustaining, and it's sustainable, you know. For however long, we don't know, but hopefully as long as we can. What's this now? Change that one. Get in there. Remember the starters on Friday. Now it's buttery smooth. No idea. Friday was probably the worst multiplayer session we've had in as long as I can remember. Bridge! There's another bridge, and it's a red bridge. Oh Jesus, there's two bridges together, look. Easy now. That's an interesting song, Murphy, just as a subject. Ah, Geronimo! Right. Get in there now. Yes! Bridges! You run out of fuel? Jesus. Ho 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 ho! We are terribly, terribly fast. Terribly fast! Say nothing, you saw nothing. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus, no. I dipped me wing into the gadget and it all went wrong. We didn't hit the bridge though. You saw nothing. It was grand, all part of the plan. We were just checking the old pontoons there to make sure they're working, you know.
It's not the plane, it's the pilot.
Thanks, Jefferson. Jesus. Right. Could have happened to anyone, you know. Looking good, lads. Yeah, we didn't totally bin it. I would have detected another landing rate though. It's not gonna like that. Man, look at that view, look. What a part of the world to go flying in. That's gorgeous. Up the yard. Gorgeous, man. Right. Runway. One three or 04. Let's go for 1-3, lads. Trash, thank you so much indeed for following. Welcome in, buddy. Alrighty. This is friggin' gorgeous. And we're getting great performance. 70 frames. We're getting 100 earlier. But sure, listen, we'll go with it. Alright. That is terribly pretty, isn't it? Look at that. Oh. Gorgeous. Alright, there's our airfield. Well, airport. That's a big airport. Scenery is gorgeous here. Right, stop climbing, Murph. Start bringing some power back. I'm gonna get some trim into this. Easy does it. That looks good. Captain Bones is there. Nighthawk on a short final. Alright, speed is good. Let's start easing off the power. Watch our rate of descent as we do it. Easy. I've never been out this neck of the woods in the real world. I need to add this to a bucket list. It's absolutely stunning here with those mountains, isn't it? Like, Dubrovnik is a little bit further down the path, but jeez, I'd love to visit here. Flyer 10, yeah, that could be it, buddy. Yeah, that could be it. Now you just have a proper clean wing. Yes! That's exactly what it was. We had to clean the plane by touching down in the water. Yes! Let's go with that. Brilliant. There's Wombat back in her wing. That's amazing flying, man. I don't know how he does it. Doesn't matter what aircraft is flying. That's what he does. He just parks it on your wing. It's awesome. Alright. Nice and lazy sweeping left turn. Let's just watch the old trim while we're doing it. We're probably going to drop a notch of flaps here as well. That'll add to the drag. Decel. Like a wasp when you got a can of soda on a sunny day. Yeah, let's go with that. Oh wow, look at that scenery though, isn't that beautiful? That's a default airport we're flying into, I think. Easy now. Another lazy little turn here. Wombat's still with us, look. Alrighty. Easy now. Not exactly perfect, but we'll go with it. Wombats are cuter than wasps and much less annoying. Alrighty, runway's in sight. Speed is good. Altitude is dropping down. Get ourselves trimmed here. And hand fly is lovely this as well. Ah, look at that. Beautiful. Easy. Right, speed 113. Let's go to gear. Best approach speed 85. Trim for that with a little power on. Over the numbers of 75. Gotcha. Does the G111 come with emergency canoe paddles? Dodgy decoy? No. Alright. Watch your speeds, we're coming down. Trim it out as best we can. It's so very stable. (97). 12 knots of wind hitting us. We're a little bit high, but it's grand. (500 feet a minute, nice and shallow. That's gorgeous looking. There's got loads of people here, lads. Right, there's 85. Nice and shallow. Colonel Fork is here. Good to see you, buddy. Don't be breaking it now. I may or may not have crashed twice, but listen, that was all edited out. Balls, I've edited this bit
Dreamy,
out.
sleepy,
Balls!
nighty, snoozy, snooze.
Thank you, Colonel Fork. Jesus. Right, easy now. A gaggle of Grummans. Man, look at that shadow there on the left side, look. Oh, Jesus! Little slow. Little slow. Easy now. That's better. Alright, start to roll out a little bit. Slowly bring out that power flare as we do so. Little bit of a bounce. We'll take it though. Alright, easy there.
It's the pilot.
Small bit of reverse thrust. Flaps back in. Bit of manual braking. Jesus. So many planes making a pain. Alright. Wombat, look at that. Synchronized landing with Wombat. That was freaking cool. Right, Wombat, I'm going to go down here and do a UE. That was gorgeous. What a first leg. Look at everyone lining up. Look, that's only savage. Loving it. That's gorgeous. Beautiful part of the world, right? And there, friends, we have it. We'll do the El Victory Parade coming up past everyone. So, gentlemen, stand by your aircraft, line them up, and sure, listen. Let's check him out. Beautiful, beautiful flight. Absolutely friggin' gorgeous. So there we have it, friends. The first flight of our new mini-series on a Monday night, flying the G111, the Albatross in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. What a beautiful airplane. I'm excited to hear that there's updates on the way. Next week, we'll continue on with this adventure. Heading down to the iconic airport of Split and others. Dubrovnik will be in there. It's a great machine, this, isn't it? Gorgeous, man. Gorgeous. That was a lot of fun, lads. I want to thank you all so very much. Did I forget anyone? There's Biku. That was a lot of fun coming down for this flight tonight. I want to thank you all so very much indeed for tuning in. We're back tomorrow during the day with some sort of flight sim. Then tomorrow night we're in American Truck Sim for the first blast in a long time. Looking forward to that. And the week is very busy. Wednesday we're bringing the news. Thursday night we're VAT simming. And Friday night then we're doing our D-Day flight. Very much looking forward to that. So yeah, guys, I want to thank you all so very, very much indeed. Big shout out to Ramos, the developer of this aircraft. He joined us here in the chat tonight. Really do appreciate it. Awesome work. And yeah, it's been a pleasure flying this one. Looking forward to it now again next week. So enjoy the rest of your day. Get a good night's sleep. You know, we're back to work tomorrow, right? No more bank holidays now for a while. August, isn't it? August, I think. Isn't that the next bank holiday? I think it is. But anyway, lads, thank you all so very much indeed. The support tonight as well, absolutely insane as always. And a nice couple of raids as well. Really, really do appreciate it. So thank you very much indeed. Right, we'll park it on the runway. We paid for it. We're going to stay here. And yeah, well, this is going to be weird now because when I stop this music, it starts again. That's how we roll. Right, good luck to you now. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Thanks for tuning in. Does this aircraft have short field capability? It has narrow bridge capability. We'll see you tomorrow. Good luck. Bags are all the rage. Yeah, thanks for that, lads. Well done. What a great start to the feckin' night. And we're already... Stop pressing the buttons! Right, that needs to go. You know, fat. But in fairness, though. Right, do you know, I mean, the posture, right? I'm talking about me, of course, right? But anyway, quick, before we're in trouble.
I suppose you did this on purpose.
No, I didn't do anything.
Just to prove that I
wasn't looking at anything. I was looking deep into her eyes.
Oh, were you?
I was, there she was.
Her eyes are strategic place.
No, her name tag was down on the, and a very bad eyesight. I had to lean right in. Oh, Jesus. Listen, the important thing is, it's to be warm next week. No clouds.